Good Tuesday morning. Today you're going to do your last lesson on Pythagorean theorem, and it's going to be basically just asking you yes and no questions. And it's going to give you measurements and say, hey, is this a right triangle or not? Okay. So here's an example you're going to see. It's going to say that a triangle. It's going to have it out in letters, but I'm actually just going to draw it. Okay. Which might be helpful for you too. It's going to say a triangle has sides of 8, 15, and 17 centimeters. So we know in a right triangle that our hypotenuse is always the longest side. So we know this is 17, okay? We'll call this one the 15, and we'll call this one the 8 centimeters, okay? Now, what we need to do is we need to figure out, okay, is this going to be a right triangle? Are the numbers going to work out, or are they not, okay? Remember, this legs are A and B, and then your hypotenuse is C. So it's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I'm sure you are really remembering that by now, and it's driven in your head. So A squared is 64. 15 squared is 225. And if we add these two up, let's see, because I don't know off the top of my head, this is going to give you 289, okay? Now, what you need to do with that number is you need to take the square root of it, and when you take the square root of it, if it gives you the hypotenuse, which in this case it does, the square root of 289 is in fact 17, then you would just answer yes for this question. It is a right triangle, okay? So your lesson for today is going to be level J, R.5, and just once again going to a score of 65, as I do not think you need 20 to 30 of these problems. I think just doing a handful of them is enough practice for you at this point, okay? So you're doing JR5, so level J R5 to a score of 65. I'll see you tomorrow for your last lesson. Thanks.